I love the old stories, and the Alpine Club's library and archives is a terrific repository of the old stories. And when I was young and started mountaineering, of course, it was all about adventuring and climbing and skiing. But as I got older and older, I realized that I wasn't the first to do this. And in fact, people have been skiing and climbing in this country for over 100 years. And the place to find their stories was in the ACC archives and library. Well, the book that I wrote, starting in 1995, and it was published in 2000, is called Pushing the Limits, the story of Canadian mountaineering. And the first thing I did was go to the Alpine Club library and archive, and that's where I began my research, because in the archive, in the library, they have complete sets of the Canadian Alpine Journal, the American Alpine Journals, the British Alpine Journals, and a journal called Appalachia. And from those 4 journals, I got an overview, a summary of the whole history of mountaineering in Canada. I went through every journal, every issue, page by page, turning the pages, taking note of all the important climbs, and in the end, I collated it into a document. I had a 150-page document, a timeline, a summary of every significant climb ever done. We live in a country that is continually overwhelmed by American, British, and European story, particularly in the mountaineering world. We think the Euros are the great mountaineers. We think Chris Bonington's the greatest mountaineer. We think Yvon Chouinard is a great mountaineer, and they are. But we have some good mountaineers and some good mountaineering stories here in Canada. And it was my goal to research, discover, write, and communicate those Canadian mountain adventures to Canadians and to people around the world, to tell our story.